Star Wars podcast. Remember, good soldiers follow orders.
All right, welcome to another episode of Clone Command, a Star Wars podcast. Today we are going to be doing a lore video on neutral factions and their role in the Clone Wars. Now, if you guys like this video, please make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and share it with your friends. It really helps, and we appreciate it. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoy this video, and we're going to get straight into it right after this break.
We've got a security breach! There's no sign of them, sir. They're avoiding the choke points.
In a world divided by both Separatists and the Republic, there still remains a large number of mostly neutral factions. Now, just because they're neutral doesn't mean that they weren't involved in the war in any way. Many of these factions influenced the outcome of the war and financed many important parts of this war. So in this video, we're going to get into what these factions are, how they affected the war, and whether or not they survived. The factions we'll be discussing today are the Hutts, Mandalore, the Intergalactic Banking Clan, the Pike Syndicate, and other criminal organizations. The Hutts have ruled over large swaths of the criminal underworld for centuries. They have spies and informants everywhere, giving us the saying, "Never cross a Hutt." One of the Hutt's main enterprises is smuggling, to which they played both sides, occasionally helping the Separatists and at other times the Republic. Both sides wanted the favor of this powerful family. Dooku was constantly trying to ally with them, and the Republic even rescued Rada, Jabba's son. Mandalore, at the time of the Republic, was divided. The pacifists under Satine Kryze worked hard to keep Mandalore out of the conflict. But there was a group of Mandalorians who followed the old way. They called themselves the Death Watch. They were an extremely warlike faction and opposed Satine's new government. They saw the only way to return Mandalore to its former glory was to ally with the Separatists, and eventually a group split off and allied with Darth Maul, sparking the events that led to the Battle of Mandalore. The Intergalactic Banking Clan was the financial backbone of the war, loaning money to both the Republic and the Separatists. Their role was essential in funding both armies and probably prolonging the entire war. But the Banking Clan was secretly supporting the Separatists and giving them better loans and better rates, which eventually led to their downfall. The last factions we'll look at are the Pikes and other criminal elements. The Pikes had a very profitable monopoly over the spice trade and charged many tolls. This angered the Separatists and the Republic, as they also had to pay these tolls when passing through hyperspace lanes. Their mercenaries, along with the Black Suns, were much desired by both the Separatists and the Republic to supplement their armies. Both of these factions would end up surviving the war and making a killing off of the profit that they received. And in the end, both of these factions and the many other smaller criminal underworld factions would end up becoming leading powers in the underworld during the reign of the Empire. Many of these factions face moral problems while considering whether they should remain neutral or support a side. An example of that is the Intergalactic Banking Clan's claims to neutrality were undermined by their secret dealings with the Separatists, demonstrating how supposed impartiality can mask corruption. On the other hand, Duchess Satine's commitment to peace highlighted the moral strength of their neutrality, but it also showed how fragile it could be in the face of internal and external pressures. Neutrality forced factions to grapple with difficult questions. Is it better to take a stand and risk destruction, or to remain impartial and risk being involved in greater evils? What would you have done if you were in the place of the leaders of these neutral factions? Would you have joined the Republic and supported them in their cause to take down the Separatists who were trying to rip apart the galaxy? Or would you join the Separatists who were just trying to protect their interests in the world? Please tell me your thoughts on that and more down in the comments. I really hope you guys all enjoyed this episode and hope you all have a great day. May the Force be with you, and remember, good soldiers follow orders.